Welcome to a fun edition of Vocab Wednesdays, and it's World Cup goal time. That's right, vocabulary that sort of has to do with the World Cup. So, first one I've chosen is ebullience. In general, almost any person sitting in that soccer stadium or any of the soccer stadiums throughout Brazil is going to be ebullient. They're going to be full of enthusiasm supporting their team. Unless that team loses, then they will no longer be full of enthusiasm or ebullient. I don't have a negative word to show how they feel once their team is lost. I'm all about relatively positive words, strong words, like indefatigable. These soccer players are in amazing shape. They cannot be stopped. They keep coming and coming. After 90 minutes of sprinting, stopping, sprinting, they still charge after the ball. They are truly indefatigable. This word means you do not tire, you do not relent, you keep going and going. So when you are taking the actual test, GRE, think to yourself, I am indefatigable, this reading passage will not stop me. Next on the agenda, World Cup, Pandemonium. Pandemonium, what's it mean? Well, first let's talk about the roots of pandemonium. Pan is for all, and demon means devils. What the heck? How does that have to do with World Cup? Well, let's dig even deeper into the etymological take on this word, that is its root history. Paradise Lost, a really long, sprawling epic poem by Milton. Don't necessarily recommend it unless you like really old English and 400-page poetry. But in Milton's Paradise Lost, it's about the fall of man. And man goes down to the H-E-L-L word. And there, in the center of hell, oops, I just said it, is a palace, and in that palace lives Satan, and all his demons surround him. And that city, that palace in hell, is called Pandemonium, all demons. So what the heck does that have to do with World Cup? Am I insinuating that the fans are like demons? No, I am not, because the word's taking on a totally different meaning. It now means utter chaos and confusion, like an eruption of, well, chaos. Why? Well, think about it. When you have a team score a goal towards the very end of the game, or even when the penalty shootout begins and one team wins on the penalty kick, that team's fans will erupt and it will be chaotic. It will be ebullience to the ebullience to the ebullience power, and that is pandemonium, that uproar. So wait and see it, and when you see the final match, the team that wins, they will pan a video camera on the hometown or the capital of that country, and there will be pandemonium in the streets. Final word. You wouldn't think this word would show up. It's interesting. Turncoat, first of all, is a traitor, someone who betrays their cause, someone who changes maybe the team that they root for. Well, are we talking about a fan who says, oh, go USA, and then USA loses and they choose another team? Potentially. But I heard this word in a very interesting context. An ABC announcer actually used it. One of the players for the Spanish side, the striker Diego Costa, was actually born in Brazil and was on the Brazilian team until 2013 when he got Spanish citizenship. I guess he had been living there for a while, and he decided to play with the Spanish team, which so far hasn't turned out too well since they got pummeled by the Netherlands. But anyway, he was deemed a turncoat playfully by the broadcaster. Turncoat, again, is a harsh word, but I'm sure if Diego Costa went cavorting through the streets, or when he goes cavorting through the streets of Brazil, a Brazilian may very well turn at him and say, Turncoat, which actually is not Portuguese for turncoat. I have no idea what that word would be. But that's it for today for World Cup, and I hope you guys have fun watching those games and using words like indefatigable and even coming up with some of your own GRE words to describe the action on the field. I'll see you next week.